I have already disassembled the backspace key. I think I will have to disassemble the enter key as well. I mainly did this because I had some drops of tea entering the buttons all the way to the switch. This made my backspace button non-responsive. That's why I attempted to disassemble it in the first place. That's when I found out that it was caused by drops of tea. That's the switch of the backspace button. It almost dried from tea. Now I'm going to repeat the same disassembly process for the enter key. You are going to need this. I have it with the keyboard in the box. As you might have seen from the unboxing video of this keyboard, it was the first video posted on my channel. Whoops. The way to remove the keycaps is simple. We're gonna use this end to grab the keycap and then pull up. The backspace and enter buttons have these parts on the sides, whereas other smaller buttons don't have them. For these white parts and the switch, I will use the other end. These white parts, you can see that they have a hook in here. You will have to grab the hook with this tool in order to be able to get it outside. I have this up. Now I will repeat the same process with the other end. Now I will attempt to remove the switch. There are some types of locks around the switch that you have to grab with the tool to release the switch in order to be able to pick it up. It's very easy to break if you pull too hard. Oh, got it out. Now I'm going to remove these white parts. Last time I checked, they actually hold some tea inside, so they need to be dried out. I guess it's not a good habit to sip tea on top of my keyboard. That was easy. It's a huge drop. I better clean it up now. The problem with tea is that it consists of a big amount of sugar. Sugar won't evaporate. The problem with tea is that it's kind of thick, especially when it dries out. When it dries out, it gets sticky, so it might easily block contact inside the switch and prevent the key press signal. I'm going to have to inspect this closely to see if it has tea inside. I think I'm going to open this switch. You can see that it has these legs over here. These legs actually hook to some lock underneath. you'll have to raise them a bit to release the upper part of the switch. So you need something like that, a needle or something, to stick underneath the legs. I think I'm going to use something else. This thing has a pointy head that it could mess up the switch from the inside. I think I'm going to use something less pointy, for example scissors. I'm going to use this leg. Yeah, you can now see that the upper part is separated from the bottom part. Now I will have to do the same thing for the other side. I will keep my fingernail inside the space between the two parts, so that I don't lose the progress that I achieved so far. The manufacturer definitely didn't design these parts in a way to be casually opened or disassembled. Okay. This is an emergency. I think this is justified. But to be honest, this is not an emergency actually, because I have extra switches came in with the keyboard in the box. While I have this like that, I will use it to know the right orientation in the other one that I already separated. I'm not sure if I will get the orientation right, so I'm going to use this part to see how the other one should be. Another good idea that helps in these cases is to take pictures. Let me give you some focus on here. Yeah, it has some tea inside. It needs to be manually cleaned up. I think now the hardest part, which is assembly. This task requires so much precision. This looks hard to assemble, but it is actually not. There is a little square in this corner, so you just have to match this corner with this angle where there is this little square, like that. Now I need to stick this wire, maybe. It goes all the way inside. There is a hole inside, probably can see it. Yeah. Then you have to snap it down. Same way. I'll stick the head inside, then snap it down. Remember these locks over here. You shouldn't snap them now until probably, I'm just guessing. You should snap them after you place the switch, because we had to lift these first before we could remove the switch. This is also designed so that you don't get it wrong. You just have to match the legs with the holes, and there is only one way they can match. I'm gonna place this over here, snap it down. There you go. Then I'm going to snap this down so that the locks sit in their place. Okay, the other one. Yeah. We can actually just, if the connection is good, it works. Let's see if it misses some presses. No, actually. You can see that the light changes on every press, which is a good sign. This is trickier, probably because there is this keycap here, which I think I'm going to remove to make my task easier. Okay. I think we are done. See you in another one.